Baltic Brand Talks, a podcast about all things creative and trending.
All right, my name is Andris Rubīns, and this is Baltic Brand Talks podcast. This is the series number 2 in episodes when we talk with Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian advertising and marketing associations or the art director clubs. And the whole idea is learn from each other. How are we feeling in the Baltics? What are the main challenges? How the industry is doing? What are some of the most interesting campaigns or success stories we've been noticing regarding, brands and marketing and advertising? And this today will be no exception. And I have a fantastic guest. She's Ināra Šumeiko. She is managing director of Latvian Art Directors Club, the club that unites some of the top agencies, some of the creatives, and helps us to, come together time after time, celebrate best work, learn, and whatever is necessary. But Ināra is also executive producer and partner at Film Naked studio that most of the industry know pretty well, has been very experienced in helping agencies to produce high-level films and videos and ads. But I think Ināra will tell you more and much better than I can do. So, good to see you here.
Thank you, Andris. I will not lie. This is my first podcast, so I feel a little bit nervous, but that's all right. I think that after 3 minutes, my best friend said that in 3 minutes I will feel good and safe in your hands.
You should feel safe. It's just 2 of us. And besides the weird situation where 2 Latvians have to talk in English, because it is really the idea is that we want to share among 3 Baltic countries. How are we doing? We want to learn from each other. And this is the language we can understand, all of us. Yeah, so welcome here.
Thank you. As Andris mentioned, my name is Ināra. I am managing director of a Latvian Art Directors Club. That happened actually pretty recent. It was last year at the end of October, I think.
So it's not even a year yet.
It's not even a year, but
Wow.
we did a lot.
It has been quite a wild run already.
Yes. We already launched school and finished school. Then we had a festival which was missing for 1 year, which I heard was pretty good. I feel so. I'm very proud of it. And there are very big plans for this year also. In 5 days, on 9th of September, we're launching the second school, a little bit different format, more shorter, more interesting, more adapted, I think, to nowadays, and it will function a little bit differently. But that we will find out how it will go. I believe it's going to be pretty good. But I will return to myself. Okay?
Yeah, I think we will definitely talk more about the ad school. Yeah. I think this is by far the most fantastic thing that has happened in Latvia, in our industry, really. And I'm really happy to see that it's continuing, it's growing, it's getting even kind of in many ways more professional or more. We can see great talent coming out from the school and already becoming some of the most respected creatives in the industry. So we definitely come back to that part. Yeah, but maybe before the whole LADC and Adwards, where we will be talking a lot. Yeah, what is your background? So how come you became the head of, most important industry's brand or community?
It started a long time ago. I was born in 1993. Okay. Making jokes now. I'm 2 times Latvian Academy of Culture dropout.
How can you drop out twice?
Twice, you start twice and you didn't finish twice. So
that's
I work and before, first time, money became more interesting to me because I was working as a waitress. Taking care of people, of how they feel, how they are taken care of is a big part of me, I would say. And then the second time I started working and I opened up my production house. I started as an assistant in a different studio, thanks to that. But yeah, I decided pretty quickly that I want to do things differently, and I felt power in myself that I can lead a team, which I do now. We have 11 people now working with me, working for different projects, video production, animation, music, blah blah blah. Everything, like we cover everything. You can come to us with an idea, and to get out of our house like with full execution. It's changing. I think I've been head of Film Naked for 8.5 years, and when I started, we did this huge 2-day shootings with like huge camera light setups with rain towers and everything. And I see that less and less each year. I see that we don't want to
TikTok taking over.
Not unfortunately, but the times are changing, and you can feel that very, very well. But I also have some, not ideas, but I believe that it will change again, and what goes around comes around. We all know that, and I like how. I think that now in Latvia we just do like influencer things, in a very low level. And then when we are looking abroad a little bit, then they're using faces and they're doing very high quality productions with like really nice pieces and spots. But yeah.
What is one work you're most proud of from Naked?
From Naked, it was actually with your. It's one of my favorite works. It was with magic. That's one of them. But I remember it because it was Steps to the Future with LMT. But it was shown very short time. I remember that because like all the war things happening and blah blah blah. It's like it switched.
The commercial where we also the. Men on the Moon, Woman on the Moon,
Woman
right?
on the Moon, yeah. I love that a lot. I think I was crying actually when I first saw the final edit with grade and with color grade and with sound and voiceover. It touched me really. So I was a bit sad that it was not long on air, but
we brought it back actually year after. During the basketball World Cup, we brought it back with LMT because it was very, it's very patriotic. Yeah. It resonates with the Latvian souls because the whole story was about that Latvia can achieve, fantastic victories in business and sport and other areas. And then we felt that this, usually when the World Cups happen and Latvian team is participating, our patriotism is like, rising 200%.
Yeah.
So we brought it back actually. So it actually played much longer than it was intended in this first campaign.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of them. And then I enjoyed the process because when the COVID hit, first commercial I think that we were shooting as a studio was for Tele2.
Yeah.
With Nords, and we all needed to wear masks, and Jurdis was shooting that commercial, and we were in house and like looking at people who are in their socks and still like doing live, and it was just very interesting production wise on how to adapt, like how to think about it and how to not lose like potential work, like how to move forward even with the circumstances that we were in. So yeah, that's another that comes to mind.
I think pandemic was kind of a lot of experiments, a lot of do-it-yourself unknowns kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, good news. We survived. We actually also managed to create quite some, ads and films with all the restrictions, and so of course I think it got a bit more amateurish kind of because you just couldn't, organize bigger teams shooting bigger films. But yeah, I mean, if we need to find new ways how to do something, create a great content in a very restricted budget limitations, which is something that I think Latvia and the whole Baltics is constantly being challenged with, right?
More and more, pushed down and down.
we love Nike, but we have, 5% of the budget.
Yes. I recently had the case exactly with the Nike with like $1 million budget, and there's one influencer, and I want to have this. It's like.
Yeah,
cute. But
great idea, not gonna happen.
yeah.
Or you need a good sponsor there. Yeah, so great experience with Film Naked, a lot of work there, a lot of probably also ambition to moving forward, right?
Yep.
And still you kind of find yourself in these new shoes, managing the advertising and art directors club. So what happened there? Like where idea came from?
Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. It's wild that I'm there, but I'm very proud that I'm there. So what happened there? Like I think 2-3 years ago, I actually went to previous managing director to Žaneta, and I said, I want to help. I have some ideas. We need to be cooler. We need to be like this and that. And we had a really nice lunch with Žaneta, but somehow that didn't happen. So some time passed, and then I heard from someone that the spot is free already for 3 months. Nothing is happening. And when nothing is happening, when you don't hear about it, you don't pay attention anymore to that. You know, that's why I didn't know for 3 months that the seat is free. And I decided to call the previous president, Vairis, and I said, Vairis, I want to be your right hand. Like, is the spot free? And I remember Vairis was super excited and happy about that. Then some things happened, and we needed a lot of voting to get me in there.
I mean, the good news, I think, is that we actually got some competition for the title, which I think overall is great. Maybe not very comfortable for you going through the process, but I think it was in the situation where you have several alternatives, and of course we know you with your experience and enthusiasm, and probably that's why you're here and why you actually won the title and won the position. And I think it has been a very good decision. Yeah. What can I say?
Thank you. I think that the competition brings importance to the position a lot, and that's what also Adwards is all about. The festival is all about. So I love it. And then we met with council and started to do things.
So what's approximately the size of the club? Like how many members we have? What's the community?
It's a good and not so good question, because it's very interesting topic, and I don't want to get pessimistic there.
No, but I know that where we are. I know that we are not as big as Tuli in Estonia, having these 150 members. I know that.
I think there's a little bit of ancient thinking that club has, because it's almost 20 years old, and things haven't changed for a long time. So we have major agencies, around 6-7, let's say, and then we have some members, but I don't really believe, and we will change some things also, and I don't want to spill the tea a lot, but we will change a little bit things here, because when you're becoming a member, you're paying a certain fee, and then for that fee, which is pretty small, you cannot record the voiceover for that fee a month, like for monthly fee, you cannot record a voiceover. And then members are expecting that, I don't know, I will go...
Cannes level festival, at least.
That I will go, each month I will go dancing around. I don't know, maybe me and Kaspers, we will go and, we will present international speakers and everything. That's just not possible.
Yeah.
First time in 20 years, Latvian Art Directors Club has its own space. Their own room, which is only Latvian Art Directors Club, and I'm super proud of that. And I think that's how it's supposed to be, and blah blah blah. So that's one thing. And now we kind of feel that our hands are tied, because we're kind of taking this membership fee, but we cannot really do anything with it. And then you're kind of everybody expects you to do something big. So I don't feel that that's really working, and I know that internationally all the festivals are a paid thing. You pay to go somewhere, you pay to submit your works, you pay if you want to go to an after party. Here we're have everything, and this year was the second year actually when we started to sell tickets for the entrance, but the income was not that big. It was, but it was not that big. So yeah, kind of a lot of ambition there.
So the major event, so I think like as historically it has been our Creative Excellence Awards that we call Adwards. So how did you manage to get it done? I know it was really quick, a very short time when you started, and the Kaspars, the new team started, and so how did it go? I know it was a great festival, but like from your position,
it was shitfest. It's like it was crazy. I mean, it was wild. I was scrolling when I knew that I need to come and talk to you about it. I was scrolling a little bit through my phone and seeing some pictures and I saw how I looked back then. That I haven't slept a lot, and I was not always the nicest person to talk to and to be around, and I didn't have time for everyone. But yeah, we decided to do the festival. We decided it was on my birthday. It was like celebration, like double celebration for me. But I knew that it's the best date because 1st of May is Labor Day. That's how you I think Labor Day worldwide, so it's a free day, so everybody can party, and so it's just an amazing date. So yeah, we started to get ready for that. We gave out some responsibilities to our council members, let's say like that, that everybody's doing something that they have an expertise on and like where they feel strong. So Walter's helped with, Walter's one of our members helped with jury. Vairis and Armans was taking like very good care of school. We exhibited a lot of works from our students in this year's Adwards and blah blah blah. So it was very
speakers were brought back. I think also we for the last couple of years we missed the presentations, keynotes.
That's actually that's actually I was surprised, and a lot of people were surprised that attendance was so good for us for the first year. We are not used to that yet, so I think it's going to be much more better this year.
We've had quite a deficit, I would say. So I was not so surprised that there's people coming because we missed it. We missed that because we have Advertising Association in Latvia who is not kind of actively, launching different conferences and events, and the Art Directors Club was not as active as before. So I think we really had this need
thirsty
to meet those creatives from Latvia, but also from other countries that were part of the jury and that were sharing their stories and their life experiences, which was great. So tell me about the school. So I mean it was quite fun to see that you come to Adwards Festival, and then in this main area you actually see great work. And many of our guests from other countries, they were quite surprised. It's not work by agencies who enter the festival. It's actually, ad school students who just are showing their portfolio work. So, like from what I've seen, actually, the school work was really good. And some of the work, if it would be real, we know that most of it was just made for the school, would, I think, have a good chance to be shortlisted in the festival as well. So how is school doing? Share a little bit what it is, how it works for guys who has never heard about it.
So school, I don't like the word school, but it is school. It's Latvian Art Directors School. People who are into advertising, into creativity, into design, they're always trying to look for something more. Again, the word thirsty is good. They're thirsty to get something, like to drink from this cup and to like pour some creativity into them. So basically we get only people who want to be there. It's not that my mom told me I need to go there, that's why I'm here. We have people from working already in the agencies. We have people who are working in their own businesses.
I've heard lawyers, architects, sport journalists, like the mix of backgrounds is quite amazing. Who enters the school.
Yeah, and everybody finds something for themselves. we meet up 2 times a week. This year some weeks we will meet 2 times, sometimes we will meet 3 times a week. So basically this year's focus now is to create your portfolio and to to start creatively.
Yeah.
So basically the main focus is going to be on portfolio, and then as an extra you will get industry heads of industry, I don't know, the most creative people of industry, the most respected people from the industry. And that's actually, they're going to be open lectures now. People from other agencies, from marketing teams, from, I don't know, just from the street.
Mm-hmm.
They can buy tickets to get and to listen these people.
Cool.
Yeah. Because when I this was my first year when I was like seeing how the school operates, and when
usually it's a group of 25 something, and the program lasts around.
It was 7 before.
7 months or so, right?
Yeah. This year is gonna be. We are starting 9th of September, and we are finishing before Christmas.
Okay, so it's kind of condensed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're adding some more days, like in between. It's not only Mondays and Wednesdays. Now it's going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays. So because we somehow felt that it's just more logical. People we have shorter attention, like we have, you know.
It's harder and harder to plan what I will be doing, like next March, for example.
Yeah.
Like I can more or less understand next couple of months.
Yeah. But
it's you can still work on parallelly, but you still need to have at least 2 days a week that you can devote to the school, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And this time, I'm very happy that people from businesses actually are pushing their employees to join us. So a lot of firms are like pushing their employees to start this and to finish that school.
So the competition for this year has already ended, or it's?
We prolonged a little bit the
deadline.
Yeah. A little bit because we felt that it's okay. The deadline was on 31st of August. The beginning of September is always hard, and it actually worked really well.
And there were around 5 different briefs or so, and then people who want to enter, they can reply to one or all the briefs. So basically, before we accept people, we just want to see, even if it's still, ugly, like the work we receive, but we want to just feel that person is interested, that they have invested some thinking behind it.
Yeah, because I think that when people are not investing anything, like their time or their money or everything, they think that when everything is for free and they can just jump off or run away, and it's just not nice. And actually it gives a very good background of how to work forward and how to move forward with these students. So
fantastic. Yeah, and of course it costs something, right? It's not for free?
It's not for free. It's not for free. But it's compared to Baltics, compared to Lithuania. I shout out, guys, I love you. How you evaluate your work. It's around €1,000 for the whole course. And
and most of the lecturers are actually the heads of agencies or creative directors. So people actually behind the very practical, with very practical skills. And I also know that each year we get the group of students in the Magic, so they can also wander around, actually see physical, work being done and real people in the industry. So I think it's also something that you don't get in university, you don't get in, and in a lot of other schools where you mostly would just spend time in the school. And then hopefully maybe having one guest lecture or a couple of guest lecturers coming in. This is kind of the series of constant guest lectures, constant briefs, constant feedbacks. So bits and pieces from Miami Ed School, bits and pieces from, some other schools, I think that has been nicely put together. So I think it's really wonderful. We have some of our most senior people are students of Ed School. Quite some time ago maybe, but like head of strategy, Richard's account director Inga, Reins Pisiks, one of our most famous copywriters in the country.
Dinosaurs,
but still in a best
Yeah.
shape. So all of them are fantastic fruits of the school.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I hope it will continue that way. I hope that we will grow up people who will, we will grow people who will continue their work in the agencies. And
Yeah, and even if the guys are like who graduate the school, they go back to where they were. Like I know, like I just met a sports journalist who is kind of hosting one of the sport kind of these studios on national television. But I can see that he's and he went through the school and he has this thinking like when Serbia team was playing against Latvia team.
okay.
And there's a rumor that, I don't know the full story, but this Jokic, the most impressive Serbian basketball player, one of the top players globally, MVP several times in NBA, that he has some history with horses. And they decided, let's bring a horse.
Okay.
When they arrive, when the team arrives, they get off the bus or in front of the hotel when they enter the bus. Let's get the horse. Let's kind of, let's make fun. Let's make a stunt.
Yeah.
And they did, and so in the evening I'm kind of watching like the different discussions on Twitter and also different other kind of platforms, and it was one of the major stories. So, and the idea came from our kind of alumni from the school. Yeah, so I think even if you are not finding yourself in the agency, which of course we hope at least some of the people will. I think it's a great platform really to kind of start thinking more, outside the box. It sounds cliche, or just kind of really try to, do something more unexpected.
Yeah.
I think this is what the school is all about. That first 10 ideas usually average. Next 10 ideas usually still normal.
Not average, bad. Like
or really bad, and then the 51st. Then when you really kind of, find something, right?
It makes you ask questions. I think you're like questioning everything. Maybe I can do better. And that's what like our teachers are teaching, that you need to think, is it really that simple? Maybe you can do it in a more interesting, creative, memorable way. And so it sticks to the viewer and whatever, like who sees it.
All right, so coming back to festival, let's just be jumping back
Right.
and forth. Coming back to festival, and you also seen probably the work, and you have maybe you were not part of the jury, but you were still hosting the whole festival. So what do you think? What was like some of the most interesting work, or maybe what you learned from just seeing some of the best work coming from Latvia?
I love this question, and I have a lot to say about it. But I feel, and my position, and I think why I am a good managing director, because I don't want to cheer for any of the agencies or any of the works, and I think it's best that my point of view stays with me this time.
Okay.
And I think it's just the way how it's better for everyone, because I don't want to play favorites, and I think it's a big problem in Latvia that we're playing favorites. And actually, I admire of what everybody has done. I'm really proud that young creatives submitted their work, that we saw some new faces on the stage, and I think that's what's the most important thing, to unite, not to highlight one specific or three specific. So I think,
I think it's kind of characterized a little bit this Latvian advertising scene, a festival scene. I think in as far as I see Estonia, for example, or in many ways also Lithuania, it's much more kind of distributed. Like it's not the game among 2 or 3 agencies, which often happens in Riga somehow. That who will get the main title, and then everything else kind of unfortunately stays a bit in the shadow. Where again instead I think it would be great really to kind of really celebrate each work that gets noticed by international jury, really celebrate your competitors' work, which I think we are not great at yet.
Yeah.
Not just cheer for your agency, cheer for others.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know how to deal with it, how to change it, or but I think it would be fantastic to see that we would really be happy about any great work, not without like caring actually much, is it my, or is it, your biggest competitor, or it's young creative work.
If it's just a good work, I think it should get a standing ovation from everyone. So,
but overall, if you see like what has been produced in Latvia, like what is our industry kind of creating, where do you see what we are really strong at, and maybe what's lacking? Or you don't need to name specific agencies.
I think that in general, Latvia is a strong country, both strategically and creatively, let's say, and we have really good production. Like not all production works. Like there are some highlights, definitely. I think we are lacking. People, like in general, Latvians who would watch it. We are very small, and I think that marketings also are thinking, oh, we don't want to invest this much or that much, and it also goes like about strategy. Why do I need to put that much money into strategy, or why I need to put that much money into production if only like this much people is going to see it? So I think that's one way. One thing.
We need more eyeballs.
Yes, more eyeballs. Like let's make babies. No, I mean, but yeah, more. I think that's one of the biggest problems, because we're very eager to do something good and something nice. And I know that we have a lot of wonderful ideas. We have a lot of marketing teams that are a bit scared and maybe don't trust that much. But I feel that everything is there. We just need to like pop the bottle up. Just.
But this is what often people say. Either you have a lot of money, which we often don't, or you have to be really bold. You have to do something, well, even more crazy, even more, challenging, or, kind of playing underdog, which means that you don't just try to be Apple with a small budget. You try to be, Liquides, or somebody who just, tries to break the rules of the category, or tries to do something kind of,
and we're scared.
And risky. and do you see we have enough this, bravery or risk-taking in Latvia's?
I think we could do more. I think we could be more bold, more crazy with it. And
but what is stopping us? What is the main barrier, you think? Is it the kind of the comfort that they don't want to lose?
What do you think?
I don't know. I can't really answer. That's why we, instead of trying to understand, where's the problem, we just try to, like one of the things we do is this Baltic Brand Forum, which actually happens quite soon in Vilnius this year, where we just try to bring together and put on stage the brands who have been managed to be crazier, bolder, and consistently providing creativity, hoping that people who sit in the room also think, okay, maybe we should also kind of try this, or maybe we should, get out of our comfort zones and do something more like different, and at least really fight this sameness, which we can still see a lot in advertising, and it's a global it's a global issue. It's not like Latvian school. But and I think it's also partly because agencies themselves don't want to lose businesses. They don't want to lose sometimes money, and they don't want to risk also too much, and I think it starts in agencies. We often say it's client problem. The marketing people, they are not the brave ones, and they are, they rather want something that has been done already at least a couple of times instead of becoming experimenters. But I think it starts in agencies who not often are persuasive enough, who not often can help clients see how this kind of crazy idea, but how it can actually help to the business, like really show the money, show the bridge between creativity and business. So, and of course we can always say we are a young industry, it's just 30 years or so, but
it's not only, like, I'm 30, so
yeah.
I don't feel that young anymore. So,
but I think we definitely, luckily we have some good examples each year to put on that stage or to award in Adwards festival. But definitely also feel that it's we have been bolder.
Yeah.
Even in Latvia, it feels like at the moment with all the performance marketing and all the metrics and all kind of every material has to perform the same day with even better performance than the yesterday, and it's so data oriented, it's so rational that it's often it gets harder for those unexpected stunts to find their place in the marketing plans.
I was actually talking about good advertising. I'm doing renovation in my kitchen right now, and I was looking for an electrician, and I found one guy, Zinters. So he came with his car, and I was not paying attention at the beginning. And then yesterday I was going out of my house, and I see that like he has these very 1995 like music notes and like zintaronkels.lv, Elektriķis big telephone number, and I made a photo. I sent it to my best friend who is like micro influencer, and I was like, this is the best advertising. And then I went to his homepage, and he's doing music, and he plays musical instruments, and he has a wonderful voice, and he's like doing events and stuff like that. But in all the videos, he's 2 times younger. So what I wanted to say about that, I hope you're going to show the picture here. That's good advertising. And we were talking with my best friend that this type of advertising, it will get much more like lookbacks than the simple car with crisps or with beer, because it actually makes you pay attention. Guys playing at this year's Adwards, I promised him that. So yeah, one of the
okay, cool.
Yeah. So
like the DJ?
No. He will just play some, I don't know, sax or something like that, whatever he's playing. So, but it to think a little bit outside of the box and not to make everything the same, because it's very easy. It's very here. You don't need to learn a lot to make moving images or you don't need to be creative. You just need to, like, I don't know, put an hour into the computer, like chat with ChatGPT or whatever, and then you can learn a lot of things, and that gets boring. Like that really gets boring, and you don't want to, even with these 15-second ads, nobody watches them at the end, like till the end. It's like scroll.
What's your comment? I've heard like people saying in Latvia that it's Latvians still haven't learned to do a simple kind of production. Like whenever we have a chance, we want, this high class, everything, cameras, and we kind of, this is how it should be done. But again, because of the budget limitations, it often requires to kind of find much more simplistic ways to produce work. And as you are, you have production studio, and also you see, different other campaigns in Latvia, like, how do you see, is it a challenge, or have Latvians learned to, deal with much more simpler approaches in producing great ideas?
It's very hard, because for me as a producer, I love cameras. I love all the techno cranes. I love all the, how do you call the things which can bring up lights very high until like 4th floor, don't remember, cherry pickers. I love cherry pickers, and I love this kind of stuff, and I think that commercials like need to be properly lit. Like light is like super important. About cameras also, and I think there are places and ways where we need to follow kind of not old school, but we need to follow some classic rules. And I'm not scared, but I think that we need to learn and to teach where is the difference, why do we need this difference, like why this high quality, high value production, like why it matters to your brand, and why this campaign. And because when you're giving, I don't know, smaller number in your cost estimate, of course you're taking like smaller, like not smaller cameras, but yeah, smaller cameras, less slides and stuff like that. You need to explain why it costs less, and client needs to understand that maybe like B level campaign can do this, or C-level campaign or whatever, like something smaller can be done that way. Because I know that like a lot of people say, yeah, but he shot this with iPhone. Like,
yeah,
okay,
and
that's
sometimes it's funny and sometimes it works, and
exactly. you need to fit in the right place. You cannot drink a beer at work. You need to
Well,
act.
you should.
You shouldn't
probably.
If you do it once, it's funny. But if it's becoming a regularity, I think it's not that much. But yeah, we need to find a creative ways, definitely. And I'm working with my team also with that and about that and how to record sound, and like maybe that we don't need like sound boomers all the time if we're not like recording environment and stuff like that. We have like a lot of good equipment to do that by ourselves.
Helps, not much.
I love AI. I love it. I love it when it's used in a smart way, and I don't think that it steals work. I think we need to go together with time. It's not that you had film cameras before and somebody was like putting these films to life, yeah. And now it's the same with AI. Somebody needs actually to do some work with that. So I think it puts a lot of brain actually to work with that smartly.
Okay, good to hear. Coming back to Art Directors Club, so what other initiatives or what other events or what other thoughts you have about coming forward?
This is gonna be Adwards number 19, but the club is celebrating 20 years this year.
Really?
So it's gonna be big.
Okay.
It's gonna be big. I think it's
this or next year, like
2026. Yeah, it's gonna happen in March. We're gonna push it. We haven't decided on date yet. We have some ideas, but it's gonna happen in March. This year we will launch an open competition for agencies, individual creatives to submit their ideas for the festival. What the theme should be, like bring in some concepts. Maybe you know something better than we do, because we want to work and team up with people who want to work with us, who want to work with Adwards. That's one thing. I think that's one thing. So it's gonna be like a real competition. Let's do a competition from the beginning. That and I cannot wait for that. I think we are gonna go wider, go a little bit broader. We will gonna focus even more on PR this year, which we already started to do before, like years ago. But last year was bigger push. This year is gonna be more serious push for that. So yeah, and compared to last year, this year we already started to work on Adwards, and we have more than half a year to work. So I believe it's gonna be even better.
It's gonna be huge. What you did in a couple of months, and now what you can do in this almost 9 months. Wow. Yeah. And okay, the festival is kind of the kind of annual celebration, but besides any other kind of plans, how to kind of more regular events, or like what would be your ideal activation of the industry?
The one thing that I mentioned together with school are those open lectures, because I believe that people who are gonna speak there, they are industry stars. And a lot of people haven't heard them. So that's one opportunity for whole industry and in general for whole Riga. And if we're talking about big names, I think that we're going to stick to festival and to speaker day on festival. Because, again, as I said, membership fee, how club operates. If we're bringing like huge names, it costs money. If we cannot cover, or if the tickets are not going to sell out, it's a big risk for us, and we want to live. We don't want to survive. The club was like surviving for a long time. It still survives, and like from last year and from past festival, which was happening before, like we really want to. We want to live. We want to allow our club to live, to breathe, and to enjoy, and to have time for our members, and not try to just scratch everything, you know. So, it's smarter to go step by step. Better go with mind, not to try fill all the holes.
Yeah. And since we are, sharing these kind of conversations also with Estonia and Lithuania, and they are hopefully listening each other as well, do you think there's something that, Baltics, Baltic advertising industry should kind of do together, or, join forces, or like how do you see Latvia versus, Baltics, or even bigger region?
It's very interesting because I have worked with both Estonians and with Lithuanians, and I love them, and somehow like I get along with both sides, but somehow Lithuanians don't usually get along with Estonians, and it's like kind of like very weird love triangle happening over there. But I believe that right people coming together at the right time could create or could push further, because what I see also now, I don't know, Lidl doing campaign for Baltics. We're not thinking that small, like marketing is not thinking that small. We're trying to do bigger campaigns, and that I think that naturally leads that we need to compete or join our forces to create something and to be in kind of one room together. So
And do you think the Art Directors Club in Latvia could be also kind of initiating pan-Baltic events, or?
I think we're capable of doing that, and we're in the middle.
In the middle,
yes.
Right? It's kind of much more easier to come to Riga for all of us.
Yes, for all of us, definitely. Yeah. And we're in the middle. I think it's a good idea, and to do something. Could we do it? Definitely, yes. And I'm looking forward to, if somebody hears this, the right ears hearing this are also interested in creating something where we're here and we are open.
You should join us in Vilnius. I think also all the bigger the marketing and advertising association heads and boards will be joining. So if I haven't invited you yet, you're more than invited. It's 26th of September, Vilnius. Short drive or flight or even train ride if you prefer.
Yeah.
But we also that's one of also my passions, strangely enough, but it has been kind of the bring Baltics together and learn from each other. And the more I do, the more I learn, and the more I understand the value of it. And every year I meet people who didn't know anything about what's happening in Lithuania or Estonia regarding music, regarding arts, regarding advertising, regarding brands. Okay, we know Bolt, we know Vinted, we know kind of these
top notch
or top of the iceberg, like just like Lithuania knows Flow movie and is kind of the most excited about the Flow kind of team, also joining the forum stage and so on. But besides the top-notch work, there's so much else going on, and so much, interesting ideas, so much great potential partnerships that we can't uncover if we just don't know it.
Yeah.
If we haven't been curious about it. So let's see how Baltics can reunite in advertising as well. But I think in terms of marketing, we are really trying to. Trying to kind of bring those three countries together and have good time as well. And also, like the question I wanted to ask you, because it comes back to Latvia being a small place. Even Baltics become kind of 6-7 million, not so huge when it comes to larger investments. And of course, more and more also agencies in Latvia and Baltics are talking about export. How do we export our services? How do we attract some regional global brands? And we have heard, and I've seen great case studies where smaller agency in Romania or Stockholm, but if they are great and they provide great work, they can attract global brands. It is possible, it's doable. What do you think where we are at the moment, and what can we do to kind of encourage more, export?
Export. I think Baltics would be a nice beginning. I know Darta from Ausma is working a lot on that, to exporting her services, and she's very niche. I think she's doing beautiful work, and she's really focusing on that. And I think if a studio or a small agency is really putting their focus to that, they're going to achieve great results. For rest of people, professionals, it's never giving up. It's just never giving up, and sometimes things happen in the most unexpected ways and they work out for you. I know it sounds kind of romantic, and it's not like a strategic answer, so what should you do, like manual, what should you do? But yeah, don't be scared. And one of my favorite sayings is, at the top we don't fight, we collaborate. And I think that's one thing also what we need to take for us, because in general for leaders we don't need to fight, we need to kind of help each other grow and clap for each other,
I think we have had some good successful examples, and we still have, like Panic. I think Animation Studio has also worked really hard and long years to achieve these clients from global brands who they have been serving now. And also, I mean, probably Naked as well, and Film Angels, who are doing some Korean shootings, and Japan commercials and German campaigns. So it's I think we see examples where if you consistently work on it, it's possible to do it. But I think overall it all comes back to two things. One is you have to create good work, great work, not good work, great work that stands out. And the second, you have to, you have to make other countries see it, or other potential, these potential clients or brands to see it. And because often if you just create something great and you don't do much about it, nobody knows about it.
Yeah, nobody knows about it. You're just covering it.
So that's why I think kind of still, and I know from our own agency, it takes so much time to build those, case studies, and then to enter these, European or even global festivals. It's investment. We never have enough time and kind of. But if you don't do it, there's almost no chance that somebody will find your work, or your agency as such.
Yeah, but not unfortunately. But that's just how it works. I think we're super hardworking people and professionals. We're very, very. We're crazy hardworking from what I see. Also compared to Estonians or Lithuanians, and also they are already hardworking, but I think Latvians are crazy when they dig into the project. There you cannot stop them, and we're very good. We're very good force and source where to have it and how to create something. We're very talented, plus hardworking, and that's two very important.
The world
things.
should appreciate us more since tomorrow. So Heineken, Lego, all the most ambitious brands, please call Riga, call Ināra, and she will gently distribute, this work among some of the best agencies, right?
Exactly.
But democratically, everybody gets a piece of it. So at the end of every conversation in the podcast, we ask 3 questions. So you will not escape this. So what is one or a couple of favorite brands that you love, and why?
When I was thinking about it this morning, I started to cry when I was thinking about these.
Sorry for that.
About these. No, but about the second question you're gonna ask more. So that's why it's already.
Okay.
About brands. It's very with me. It's very easy. I follow fashion a lot, and I really love. I really love how they're playing around when to a fashion house comes a new designer and what he's doing and how he's taking heritage and bringing it to like into his new collection. So I really appreciate Jonathan Anderson's work on what he's doing with Dior now. Like he's one of the most. Wow, I love the guy. I could look at him for hours and hours and follow him, like how he's doing and what he's bringing and how he's. In general, he brings a lot of good energy. So that's one thing. And then there's an Italian. I'm again fashion, but
I think fashion is one of the industries that still is very kind of irrational in its communication, because when the whole world get very pragmatic and date oriented, I think fashion still, luckily, kind of is living its own kind of orbit.
Yeah, and. It's a lot of beauty in there, but also they're like playing around. I don't know, whatever. Let's not because I would have a lot to say about it.
Italian?
Italian brand Diatico, and what they're doing now. They recently opened a store in Ibiza, which is made like it's bathroom themed, and now they're opening a new one in Seoul. And it's going to be a library theme thing. So it's about also not thinking about how to sell my product. It's how to sell an experience and people, like attract people to go in all those cities, go and see, because like also how the space is created and how it makes me feel and how it goes together with fashion, how it's together with brand and with, so... That's, I think,
That's really cool. I didn't know about it, but now it's kind of, I want to check one of the places.
So
that's fantastic. Yeah. So because the second question, I hope you don't gonna cry, or at least it's gonna be a joyful cry, tears. So the second one is about like where do you kind of get inspiration? Sometimes people read books, sometimes people travel, sometimes people just listen to conversations in a tram. So what's your source of energy and new fuel?
It's love.
It's love.
Yeah. And it's when I read that question, I was thinking a lot about my childhood, and my mom was always busy working, and Dad was not with us, and kind of nobody taught me like nobody sat down with me and read something, or we didn't travel a lot. My childhood wasn't easy. I've seen a lot. I went through a lot, and it was always kind of like lacking. I was trying to understand why I don't enjoy reading books, or why I haven't seen a lot of places around the world, and I was always like punishing myself about it. But when I started to think about this question this morning, I was trying to be very real with myself, and love is very. It is an answer to all things. I cannot do, I cannot eat, I cannot wear, I cannot be with people, food, clothes, environment which I don't love. And this is the thing that inspires me. If I love it, it inspires me and it keeps me going. And I'm super passionate about what's on my plate. I'm going crazy about it. I'm passionate about wines. I'm passionate about advertising. I'm passionate about students, and I really kind of love them. And I know that people can feel it like a lot. That I love what I do, and I want to like hug it and give.
Okay, now you got me emotional. I will hug you just after we finish the conversation. But and I agree. Like you can do much more in the world if you are passionate about it. If there's a fire that and you can see it. You can't. You can fake it maybe for a short period of time. So a great answer, unexpected one. And the last one, yeah. So if you would look, in 5 or 10 or whatever future brings. So what when you would look back and kind of seeing yourself like happy and so what would you want to achieve? What would be the ultimate success for you?
When I was talking with my best friend today about this, what would I say? Because I was like trying to like rehearsing a bit and trying to understand what I wanted to say. From like what you've heard, I haven't been rehearsing a lot, but with all these things.
Okay.
No, I'm making fun of myself. I said family, and he was like, "Yeah, but that's not related to work. You need to talk about work now." So yeah, family is one thing I want to build. That's the easy answer. But work-wise, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep ask questions because I couldn't imagine myself 10 years ago in this chair. Like when I received this like Padlet with my name on it and with these 2 titles, and I was like sitting, I was like, really, is that me? So I feel that I'm already like on top, but I believe with my passion and love for things, I'm gonna be somewhere where even I don't know I should be or could be. So I'm just like looking forward to whatever happens to me.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think it's just I relate to this because again, like I've been doing, the things I'm doing for quite some years, and it's not so easy to kind of picture something radically different for my future than I'm doing now because I still love it. I still find it, interesting and a lot of fun every day. Of course, there are some challenges.
Always.
It's not just love. It's sometimes, different emotions that, but it kind of, I think if people are not happy, then they actually should really picture something that, would make them happy. But if they are, then probably, the best thing we can imagine is just let me continue. Let me, make myself and others around me happy continuously. And if we can, learn ourselves and help others to learn and grow around us, and it's both professionally or personally, I think it's something that is fulfilling and we don't need a new Jaguar, for example, to be happy. At least I don't have this. So really great that you came. I know you were a bit nervous first podcast, but I'm happy, being the first host of Ināra, who is now chairing Latvian Adwards Club, and I'm really happy for you. And I really wish you to have a lot of love around you and really find this journey from surviving to striving for Adwards Club that you mentioned, that you want to live. You don't just want to survive.
Yeah.
So best of luck.
Thank you.
And we see us hopefully in Vilnius soon.
Yeah, I wanted to say see you in Vilnius. So we're not saying goodbye for a long time.
And best of luck with the whatever comes next in your life and your studio and Adwards and the school. And now it's time for the hug.
Okay, thank you, Andris.
Noted. Lovis. Visas Lovis.
Hi.
Yeah, so thank you, dear friends. Thank you for listening. It has been pleasure. So now we have covered Estonian Marketing Association. Now we covered Latvian Adwards Club. Next series, imagine what? We have Lima, which is Lithuanian Marketing Association. We'll be meeting one of the board members from Lima very soon. So keep listening to podcast. And we also see all of you in Vilnius in September 25 in the evening for meet and greet event, and for September 26 in the Baltic Brand Forum in Vilnius. So thank you so much. We hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.